going to make a sauteed breaded chicken breast. I'm calling this a lyonnaise chicken because it's a lot of onions, a little bit of tomato sauce, panko breadcrumbs, and the batter that I'm using is my one breading with one less step. The recipe is on YouTube. You see how simple this is. So we'll saute the onions in one pan, cook the chicken in the other, and it should all be ready at the same time. Set everything up first before we start cooking. The first thing we'll do is bread the chicken. The batter, this is seasoned already, but if you want to put something else on the chicken, that's up to you. An herb, notice how it sticks to the chicken, and I don't like to touch it only because I have to wash my hands. Just go like so, and then I will touch this to bring more breading up on it. Press it in a little. Panko breadcrumbs are so nice to use. And there you go. That chicken is breaded and ready to be cooked. In olive oil or butter. It's your decision. If you want the butter flavor, do it, but I would use clarified butter. And if you don't know what that is, I have a video to show how to make that. Or you'd have to cook it very slow with regular butter, because butter tends to burn. Or you can mix a little butter with olive oil. The olive oil will prevent the butter from burning. Or just go with plain olive oil. So we'll julienne the onions. Like so. And then we're going to saute them. Now we have two skillets. This will be for the chicken, and that will be for the onions and the tomato sauce. They're both preheating, kind of moderate flame there. Same thing with the one for the onions. Now we'll get the olive oil. Now the panko breadcrumbs are really going to soak up the olive oil. That's going to be tasty. So we'll just saute the onions. They can have color, they could be pale. It's up to you. If you like the taste of the onions that are brown, go right ahead. So we'll raise the flame on this. And with everything has to be seasoned. So we'll put a pinch of salt and pepper. On the onions. And then we'll get the chicken. Now you could also pound that chicken, make it very, very thin. It would cook faster, but you would have, you'd be using a lot more breadcrumbs. So let's get both of these in the picture at once. That's a thick piece of chicken, so we don't want to cook it too fast. Nice low flame. The onions could be done first because we're going to add the tomato to it. And this is, you could also put chopped parsley into the breadcrumbs for appearance. And this lyonnaise type sauce with tomato is going under the chicken, not on top. Reason being, except for chicken parmesan, it's a rule that you do not put sauce on top of breaded food. You put it under. If anybody wants to differ with me, they have the right to do that. And there's a reason for that. The breading gives you a nice little crunchy texture. You start putting sauce on top, figure out what happens. So no sense in wasting film on this. This is cooking slow, that's cooking faster. As soon as the onions, for me, are translucent, soft, I'm just going to put the tomato sauce in there. And that's a good amount of onions. Well, just about 6 minutes have passed, and notice the onions, soft, translucent. I'm going to add the tomato. That's on a low flame, and that'll just simmer. Not using any garlic in this. This is just onions. Nice, heavy onion flavor. The dahlia onions, if you can get them, used. Let's look at the chicken. Oh, that's beautiful. I love using those panko breadcrumbs. Look at the nice crispiness about it. Plus a nice golden color. And that flame is relatively low, which it should be. So this chicken will cook throughout. But now to help it, and this is not going to make the breadcrumbs soggy. It's just going to keep the heat in. I'm still shooting for the 20-minute mark. I have about 7 more minutes to go. I have about 6 minutes left, but I have a funny feeling it won't take that long. So, it's feeling kind of firm. I'm going to put some more olive oil in there because I like the taste, and let it crisp up on the bottom. The top always looks better than the bottom. You just leave it like this for a few minutes. Well, it's closing in on 17 minutes, of which I think 6 were covered. And look, you press on that, see how firm it is? So I will say that we're done. So we'll just come over here and put the onion sauce on the plate. I always like a lot of sauce. I don't care if it's solid, liquid, whatever. Every bite of chicken, I want a mouthful of this to go with it. Okay, so there's just a little bit left, but I might come back and take that anyway. And we'll take the chicken, place it right on there. top that off with just a little bit of scallions for color, which I sliced on a bias. And now the truth is, we cut it. And let's cut it at the thickest end first. That way you know it's cooked. Nice white chicken. If you can see moisture in there, that means it's still juicy. It's not blood, that's breadcrumbs. And as far as the flavor, it's too hot. Take the small piece. Mmm. Mmm. That's good. I'm going to sit down right now and finish that. I hope you enjoy.